This podcast is hosted in collaboration with the Comsmith, the Peterborough podcast. We're sharing stories about why Peterborough is a great place to work, live, and play.
It's people in games.
Yeah.
And in is specifically for independent indies because we are focusing on independent developers, not the triple A's and double A's. Because the big games,
Yeah.
they're made by double A's, triple A's who got massive funding, but we don't have anything like this over here. But they are countries of their own because they got huge budgets.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas me coming from an independent studio, which is why we're promoting this for the students in the university,
Mm-hmm.
build your own studios, be independent, because literally there's no jobs out there.
Yeah. So for people who know nothing about it, then tell us what the concept is, why you started it.
So people in games came out of necessity. I was sitting at the university talking to the head of the department for games, Jamie Marland, who's a good friend now. This was back in November, and I was there to support the final year students, help with their vertical slice, as we call it in the industry, for the demo, group demo.
Yeah.
So I'm working with them, and we were like, okay, what will happen to these students once they get out of the university? Do they have a support structure? Can we help them in any way? The current state of the economy and the jobs, nothing exists out there.
Yep.
So we were like, okay, how can we bridge gaps so we can create a system once they get out, they feel supported?
Mm-hmm.
First thing, people coming from my own experience as an independent, as an indie at Agapo Games, it's really hard for independents to work on their own in silos because they have no support.
Yeah.
And there was literally no support in Peterborough until 3 months ago. So we were like, okay, let's create the system where it's not just a community, but an ecosystem, which we will work towards. But if we're working towards it, we need to prove certain things on the way, create the pipelines, and then we build on top of that. So since January, we've been running local meetups, online meetups. We've been in Anglia Ruskin University. Peterborough has been a great partner. Jamie Jones over there, he's allowed us to use the space at the top of the university every 3 months. We run in-person events. People are just coming out of woodworks. Last time I was expecting, I don't know, 10, 15 people might show up. We had about 50 people show up. We didn't even know existed. And these people are creatives. They're making games, they're making art, they're making music. Because video games is essentially a creative space. It's not software on its own. You're making software, but it encompasses art, digital art.
Yeah.
Could be anything. Could be clay. You must have played some
Yeah.
like that. There's music involved. There's voice involved. So storytelling. There's a narrative. So all of those skills. Then there's all sorts of what we call gaming adjacent stuff that goes in play as well, and that makes a video game. Takes a lot of time, can be expedited, but then again, there's a culture of gaming on how gaming people like their final product. So you have to cater to the market. To your question, why? The reason was, again, I was feeling secluded. I could see the need for it when I was talking to the people. I've been in the industry since it's been a whole year of journey where I've been going to multiple conferences, talking to independents, and they all feel secluded all over the place. And I was like, surely there's a way to get people together.
It seems strange, isn't it, that they are secluded. We're all linked better than we ever can be.
Yeah.
Online, obviously.
Yeah.
But then there are people who don't know the connections that might be on their doorstep and they don't know about it.
Exactly.
So what is that the sort of people, the 40 or 50 people who came to the first meetup, is that the sort of people we're talking about there?
So we're not just talking about random people off the street. These people, some of them are part of the industry, making games right now, but they don't have a community to come to and share ideas. Because right now we're working on collaborations. We had one person present his idea at the meetup, and 4 people joined him saying, "We can help you."
Okay.
So you're just bringing the community together.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we want to keep our base in Peterborough because Peterborough is always forgotten.
Yeah.
It's on the boundary of so many different things, right? And we want to keep the base in Peterborough because there's huge potential. I mean, we got the A1, we got the train line going through it.
Yeah.
There's always a brain drain going down to London, Manchester, where the gaming hubs
Cambridge as well.
are. Cambridge.
In the other
But we want to combine all of that. We were like, no, we want to keep home base in Peterborough, bring the world to Peterborough.
that sounds great. So what are the challenges for that then? Essentially, that people are going to the bigger cities, or I mean, and where are the hubs for gaming around in terms of across the country? Where are they? Somebody who doesn't know.
So London, obviously,
Yeah.
London sees the biggest funding
Yeah.
everywhere. So Leamington Spa has historically been a big space. We've got about 300 plus studios there.
In Leamington Spa.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's a nice. I know it very well. I used to go to university.
Exactly. So again, the thing is, gaming is a very hidden silo. We don't know where these spaces are unless we get involved.
Okay.
So there's some great. There's a great hub there which actually allows these studios to come together, but nothing in our region, especially not in Peterborough. There are other things happening across in east of England, but there's a need to combine all of those together. So you need to have those cross conversations. Like I'm currently speaking to Norwich. So Norwich game developers, Norfolk game developers.
Yeah.
There's again a hub, which is trying to do stuff in Norwich. And we're like, why can't we join forces? Because we're east of England. Again, we get forgotten. Nobody cares. There is, when I say nobody cares, in a way that when I go to, say, EGX London, and there was talk about innovation funding and all sorts of other fundings. And my question was, what about Peterborough? And they were like, well, Cambridge gets the funding. And I was like, well, Cambridge is big, but what about Peterborough? What about Norwich? What about us?
And also, Cambridge already has funding from so many different revenues because of the university and because it already has investment in obviously it's a prestige area.
Yeah.
But yes, Peterborough is forgotten. So sorry, you were saying that did they take that on board then? What you said?
Again, there's nothing there. So the thing is, when I came back from EGX, and this was last year, I'm going back in a few weeks to EGX. So my thing was, I've seen this gap. If we can prove stuff, like we've proved in 3 months that we can bring people together. We did a workshop for the young people in partnership with Peterborough Cultural Alliance.
Yeah.
Again, Peterborough Cultural Alliance had no idea how to get into gaming. People know gaming exists, but they don't know who's doing what. And it was a random conversation with Lydia at Peterborough Cultural Alliance, and she was like, "Can you do something for young people?" And we ran an introduction to gaming session at Anglia Ruskin University.
Okay.
We had 17 young people come in with teachers, and their word, not mine, that they'd never seen students interacting and collaborating so much. So we had multiple teams, and the idea is teach the people, the young people, what opportunities are out there, but also bring them through the system. So we got the university here, right? We got 2 degree programs for gaming. We've got a pipeline there, surely. We got so many schools, not just Stand-Ground, which attended. From there, at the university, we'll be having these meetups. People come together. They already started collaborating. We need a home base. Again, we're talking about funding now. We don't have any funding. Everything that we've been doing right now has been zero self-funded. We've just been spending our own time coming together, doing it on our own, thanks to the university who provides us the space. But once we have, say, a hub, a co-working space, then people will really identify it to a space. And from that point on, we can start thinking about, okay, how can we run an incubator where all these early stage studios or early stage creators, again, challenge, because as you know, there's a huge layoff in the gaming industry. These are creatives, but they're not business minded or marketing minded or sales. So they can create stuff, but they don't know how to market. They don't know how to sell. They don't know about the actual portals where these games are sold. I've learned the hard way how to do all that stuff in the last year. I'm already helping some young entrepreneurs to put their games on the right platforms. If we can do this voluntarily, why can't we do it systemically? Set up an incubator, take early stage studios through the semesters, and get few products out there, and I mean that'll be like a socioeconomic change for the city, right?
Yeah, of course. And it would tie in, as you and I have spoken about this before, with things like the City of Culture bid. Whereas, so we're looking at 2033 now, or maybe 2037. But if you've got this network and you've got these young companies, lots of indies
Yeah.
building towards that, that's a great thing to be able to say, look, we've got this as well, a growing gaming infrastructure
Yeah,
within the city. Is that something that you?
absolutely. So the bid for the cultural
Yeah.
city of culture.
Yeah.
If you look at the points on there, having an gaming ecosystem which touches upon culture, arts, music,
Yeah.
innovation, tech, all these things,
Yeah.
it takes about 10 odd boxes.
Entrepreneurialism, also well-being. There's
Yeah.
lots of things from
We're
that.
creating
Yeah.
jobs, essentially.
So that okay, that's and something that ties in very well with what you would hope is a young aspirational city in a way, isn't it? Sort of that's trying to push it for people to be positive about the city as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been in the city for about 20 plus years,
Hmm.
and it's really hard to find something here. I always have to go to London.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there are people who do things, but the brain drain happens.
Yeah.
But the thing is, somebody needs to say, no, we need to change things now.
Yeah.
And I mean, talking to people like Jamie Jones, Jamie Myland, I've had a chat with Paul Bristol last week. I mean, they're like, let's do it.
Yeah. Overall, everyone you've met is very positive about it.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. So just going back, something you mentioned earlier on that I just wanted to pick up on. People who don't know much about gaming, is it quite and I can't think of a better word, so I'm going to use it. Is it quite an intimidating industry to get into in terms of the breadth of what knowledge and talent is needed? Or the reason I say that is, if you're a fan of music,
Yeah.
you know what music is. You know it needs production. You need to pick up a musical instrument. And you need to be good at singing. All these
Yeah.
on social media. Gaming just seems to be a whole bigger infrastructure.
So it's intimidating and very competitive.
Yeah.
Last year, there were 19,000 games released on Steam.
Okay.
So you can see there's struggle with visibility,
Mhm.
but there's ways to go about it. There's a specific way how you release a game and how you let it gestate and build those wish lists and things. Those things, I mean, first time for I know there's first time hits, just like music, one time wonder kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there is a way to make things happen. Intimidating, yes, because if you're a musician, you do not know who to contact to put your music in the game. If you're a voice actor, then you are trying to get in through a specific way. But if a community already exists and there is a need, then it's easier access. Like right now, I had a chat with somebody over the weekend, and they were like, "Oh, I've always thought of making video games. What would you like?" "Oh, I don't know. I just play music, but I want to make games." And I was like, "Why don't you come to the next meetup? See what's out there?" Because it's about opening opportunities for people. For instance, myself, literally 4 friends got together last year, me, Alex, Graham, and Alan, and we thought, okay, we'll make a video game. And I said to the guys, okay, Alex, you're doing the programming. Graham, you're doing the QA. Alan, you're doing all the artwork. What am I going to do? Figure it out. I didn't know that I was going to do the marketing, sales, go out to all the conferences, meet people, and then I realized, okay, there's a lot of work to happen. Learning very hard way of going about doing it. But if I know these things that need to take place, why can't we just part this knowledge to people who, again, are intimidated by entering? Because there's an easier path as well. I mean, somebody can go on a long path, go to point A to B, but if you have gone there, show the rest the way as well.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's a huge money to be made here. We're talking about global 300 billion game industry.
Yeah.
UK kicks way above its belt. We do. There's different figures out there by Yuki and Tiga, but rough estimate is about 12 billion GVA. So why not Peterborough?
Exactly, and a massive market. What are your earliest memories of video gaming and gaming player as a player?
You asked this a minute ago. So Commodore 128,
Yeah,
typing in the command, comma 8, comma 1, and then you wait for the floppy disk to go, and you're out there because you know the game's
Yeah.
gonna take about 30 minutes to load, and then you come back and play Test Drive, which was really bad graphics at that.
yeah,
But back then it was great.
yeah.
Nowadays, my kids, they just want to click and wait for the game to download over 1 gig internet, saying we want the game right now.
It's just completely. I mean, just having to actually physically do something.
Yeah.
You know, loading a tape, as it was for me.
Yeah.
A Spectrum 128K, and then
Yeah.
a cartridge for your NES, and a disc for PlayStation. Even that's just changed
Yeah.
enormously,
Yeah.
hasn't it? And what did you love about video games? What do you love about a video game?
It takes you into a different world.
Mm.
For the time you're playing, you're part of that world. You're in a story that is away from your actual everyday life. May that be a car simulation game, or may that be, I mean, there's different genres, right?
Yeah.
I've always been a car
Okay.
driving enthusiast gamer, so I've got a sim rig at home, which my little one bought,
Right.
and we just sit there and play, thinking we're in a sports car,
Yeah, of course.
because it just makes you feel like that.
Because I remember one of my favourite arcade games was Outrun.
There you go. Ferrari.
Yeah, exactly. And you had the system with the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Fantastic. The music in that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then moved on a few years later. Let's go Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
And Need for Speed and Burnout and all these ones that have gotten the Grand Prix games, which are phenomenal now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've gone through lots of different things there, because you could say that there are elements of driving in, for instance, Grand Theft Auto, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's not specifically a driving game as such, but certainly not now.
Yeah.
So even those within the genre, there's so many different types of the escapism that you just mentioned.
And it's not just that, it's people relate to different genres. They invest their whole lives, not just lives, but it's a digital economy as well. I mean, my kids, they subscribe, they pay for Fortnite tokens, for example.
Yes. Yeah.
And again, huge industry there. Going back to your intimidating side of things, so you just mentioned about the cars driving. So the Outrun, I mean, remember the red Ferrari going left and right, and the smoke
flipping
and all
over,
that, right? Nowadays, there's all sorts of physics calculations on the tire that's actually tire tread, because that's also going to be worn out in the game.
Yeah, of course.
Same thing with, so that is a whole different type of person who's going to be programming that. I met a person the other day who only does, I mean, I don't have any hair by choice.
No, neither do I. Oh, no, mine is not my choice. Yeah. But
but then she just designs the braids of characters. That's all her job. It's a very big niche in the gaming industry, but all she does is design the braids and the hairstyles of characters.
Of different games, different across. Wow. But that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. But if I hadn't come across her, I wouldn't even know, even though I'm talking to loads of people in the industry every single day.
Because you can imagine that cuts across everything from characters in a FIFA game to role-playing type characters with to wizards, to all sorts of that. So when you think about it, it's obvious why that sort of job would exist.
Yeah.
Now, it used to be, and we've mentioned the word intimidating also, there was a sort of stereotypical negativity about gamers for a while. Sort of, they're sort of, I don't want, insular in their rooms playing, and especially now where you can just connect on your headphones to somebody across the... I'm going to assume that you think that's a pretty unfair way of looking at things, right?
The whole world's changed. I mean, everybody's hooked on their phones, right?
Yep.
So when you said you were sitting in a car driving Outrun, I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're talking about an arcade.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You go to an arcade, you put a token in, and you want to win as much as a token allows you.
Yes. Yeah.
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 Now everybody's got a mobile.
Yeah.
You pull out the mobile any which time you want. You scroll on it. You play the game.
Mm-hmm.
You put it back in and take it out, play again. A lot of people don't think they're gamers, but most people I meet are always playing games on their mobile, and they think they're not gamers.
Yeah.
So that's another aspect.
Yes.
Sitting in a room with headsets and everything, I see it with my boys. So normally I would have not just them, but two or three other of their mates sitting in the sitting room. We have to close the door because it gets very noisy. They're playing the same game, but they're all in the same room.
Yeah.
So there's an aspect of community there.
Yeah.
They are playing with each other. They're having fun. I mean, back when we were kids, we would play outside, right?
Yeah.
But it was safe back then.
Yeah.
But again, we can say the internet's not safe.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we would do. I mean, I wasn't that old when GoldenEye and the N64 came out.
Yeah.
4 players at the same time, and that was a real community thing. I was at university when that, so people would drift in. Oh yeah, give us a controller, I'll have a go, and then So there is that sort of, and of course you're speaking to people from across the world now.
Yeah.
You can do, can't
Yeah.
you, from America or across Europe?
Absolutely.
So there is that element of it. Okay, so you've kind of mentioned this before. What are the ambitions at your medium and long term? You've kind of touched on it a little bit.
So from game development point of view, from my producer hat, we are working on 2 more prototypes right now at Agapo Games.
Okay. What are they? Can you tell us?
No. So the gaming industry is very secretive.
Okay.
There's always NDAs involved, and then because somebody else takes the idea, and then there's lawsuits and whatnot.
And they've got a bigger team that might be able to do it faster, and then you're
so like when we made the game, coming from my software engineering background, you were like, okay, let's make a game as soon as possible, release it within 6 months, which we did, and then we realized, okay, 6 months you can make a game and release it, but maybe not the right commercial way of doing it.
Okay.
Which is why when you speak to game developers, there's all sorts of NDAs involved with publishers. If you're going to play my game as a playtester, there's an NDA involved again.
Yeah, so you're not allowed to reveal details to anyone else.
Yeah, unless you really want to.
Yeah, okay.
So those kind of things. So there's a lot of legalities involved in there. Something I would like to add is, again, people don't understand that there's a huge legal industry behind the gaming space. I've met, again, solicitors who are specifically targeting independents as well. Targeting as in their focus as independent game developers, and they're really helpful. I mean, like, I didn't even know until I met, say, Melissa. Hey, Melissa, that how you control and protect your IP, for example, because it's all about your intellectual property, who keeps it, what happens at the exit stage, and whatnot. So you have to think about all those things as well.
And it must be tricky that in terms of intellectual, because if you're doing a card game and I'm doing a card game, what is it that's distinctive about your card game that means my card game can't? But it's that sort of thing, isn't it?
Did you release it 2 days ago before me, or did I release?
So timing as well. Yeah, and has yours got this specific type of card that's individualized? And then mine has I get it. It's that sort of thing.
And it's again down to game. So then there's the reviewers, there's players, but there's also a lot of social media people who just pick up your game. Like, my game was picked up by people on the internet, and they were playing on YouTube. Wow, people do that. Because I didn't expect anybody to play it. And then you see downloads happening. All right, people are playing in Japan. Why are they playing in Japan? All right, somebody's playing in Brazil. Why are they playing in Brazil? Because you start thinking about, like, okay, so my game is called Disc Golf City, and we made it because we had a love for frisbee, disc golf. So we made that game. The next 2 games we're working on are nowhere close to that.
Right.
But we are thinking of a sequel for disc golf as well.
Okay.
A little side from that is people in games. So people in games, again, we want to prove every single step that we are taking. Because the thing is, unless you prove your value, then otherwise it's just words. So currently we are taking, so we're running a campaign right now called Made in Peterborough.
Okay.
So again, putting Peterborough on the map, right?
Yeah.
So I've started a hashtag on LinkedIn. You go and there's all sorts of posts. Currently, we're taking 4 games to different events across the country. I mentioned Norwich Game Festival.
Yeah.
They're giving us a space there, and we're going to go take 4 games to show what we made in Peterborough. Then we're also going to EGX. We're also going to develop Brighton, and we're also going to one more place, and I can't remember that off the top of my head. But it's in the LinkedIn post.
Yeah. Okay. So and trying to promote
Made in
city.
Peterborough.
Yeah.
Because although we call ourselves People in Games, which is generic, but then again, it's all made in Peterborough.
Okay. Sell ARU to me. You've mentioned it already. It's a great institution that's new for the city, isn't it? But they've obviously helped you. You've mentioned Jamie, both Jamies.
Yeah.
What a brilliant thing for the city it is, right?
I've got nothing negative to say about ARU. So the students recommended me to talk to Jamie Myland.
Yeah.
They saw my talk at an event here in the cafe. And then I did some other talks at University of Suffolk, and they were like, "Can you talk to Jamie Myland?" The university is future looking. They want to innovate. They don't want to be left behind. There's multiple different gaming courses in the UK, but when I'm working with Jamie Myland and his students, we want to bring in the real practicality of the industry.
Mhm.
We want to bring in the real stuff that would be useful for students once they graduate in April. Same thing with Jamie Jones. Once we gave him the vision of we want to build this pipeline and create this whole ecosystem, not on our own, because we already had the university created alongside with each other. He was hands down. He was like,
Okay.
because you cannot do any of this stuff on your own.
No.
You need the right partnerships. You need the right alliances. You need people who are hungry for the change.
Yeah. You want to embrace it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. When's your next in-person meeting?
So the next in-person meetup is, wow, you're going to test my memory now. It's 8th of June, Monday the 8th of June,
Right.
at Anglia Ruskin University.
Okay.
And that's between 6 and 8 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
And tickets are available on Eventbrite.
Eventbrite. Yeah.
And otherwise, you can go to our website, which is peopleingames.org, and you can find all the
information about and the ones that you hold online as well. These various things.
So online ones, again, they happen every fortnight. So twice a month, people just join in, not just local because it's online. So we've got people joining in from Brazil, Netherlands, because we're trying to create these corridors across the world because it's not a local thing. Think local, act global kind of thing.
Yeah.
So people are joining from all across the globe there. Every week we get about 10 people, and every Tuesday, again, because we are independent focused, so we go to Pancakery in town, and 10 of us just hang out there, co-working, bringing ideas, games, just test each other's games.
Yeah.
But there's more demand, right? So, and I don't know how I can clone myself to make all that happen, but we want more people involved.
Yeah, and excellent. Well, I'll do my best with that, with everything we've spoken about today. Final one. Give me 2 or 3 of your favourite games of all time.
Oh wow, Gran Turismo 7 is my current favorite. Gran Turismo always brought me back to PlayStation.
Yep.
Even though I was a Xbox ambassador for like 4 odd years, and that was the only reason I was there, playing Xbox games. Mega Man.
Oh my goodness, Mega Man. There's a game from the past.
That's my all-time favorite.
Is it?
Yeah, my son. When I showed him, we've got all the Mega Man games.
Yeah,
like all of them, physical, everything, including characters.
I can remember it playing it on the NES. I think I played it. Would it be? Yeah, going back
the
late 80s, early 90s.
Music,
yeah,
I mean, you can't beat it.
No. Okay. Brilliant. Well, the way to conclude that is with Mega Man. It's been lovely speaking to you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Cheers.